Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shivate Bhakti Vedamante Swami Nityanamine Namo Krishna Krishna Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Gauranga Dachadine. Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Ashta Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Sachidananda, Jai Sachidananda, Jai Sachidananda, Gaurari. Jai Sachidananda, Jai Sachidananda, Jai Sachidananda, Gaurari. Radhe Govinda, Jai Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna
I just send you your phone now. I'm just ringing your phone.
assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Now we'd like to introduce our guest speaker today, Sanatana Govinda Das Guru. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today I'm going to talk about the journey of ego. That is the topic of this talk today, and its perceived influence on Krishna consciousness. So it's a combination of both. So before I talk about this, let's sing Jai Radha Madhava and then we'll talk. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopikana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopikana Yashodanandana Vardhanandana Yashodanandana अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिगोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Krishna Matirastu. Hare Krishna. So before we discuss, let's say the Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I'll just say some prayers before starting the talk. Om Adhyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Shreshtham Manamapi Shachiputram Atra Swarupam Rupam Tasyagrajam Murupurim Madhurim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Maho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Nagosmi Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Adadandastrinam Dante Idam Yachah Punah Punah Shriman Rupa Padam Bhojam Bhulisyam Janma Janmani He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we're going to talk about the topic of ego, and this is quite an important subject, not only from the perspective of psychology, but also from the perspective of spiritual life. So ego, what exactly is ego, and what is the relationship between ego and us? So we all identify ourselves as a person, right? So I am a person. Each and every individual here who is come together today is a person, right? So this personality is what indicates the presence of ego. Right? So anyone who has got a personality, they will identify themselves as that person. So this is what is called aham mameti. So aham is I. So generally, whenever we are born, immediately when we get a body, we identify with that particular body. Right? So then this is there is a particular verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yasyatma Buddhi Kunape Tridhatuke. So the Srimad Bhagavatam verse is saying that Atma Buddhi, Atma is my own self, and Buddhi is intelligence. So through my intelligence, Atma Buddhi, Kunape is a bag. It's a bag, Tridhatuke, made out of 3 elements. A bag made up of 3 elements. So that is Kapha, Pitta and Vayu, bile, mucus and air. So that is what the body is made up of. So Srimad Bhagavatam is saying that if someone is thinking that I am this bag made up of bile, mucus and air, Yasyatma Buddhi, Kunape, Tridhatuke. And then the next thing, Swadhi. Swa is through mind, Dhi is intelligence. Dhiyo yonaha prachodayat. Gayatri mantra. Om bhur bhuva swaha tat savitur varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yonaha prachodayat. What does that mean? It is the mantra, Gayatri mantra is for sun god, Surya Dev. So the last 3 is saying that dhiyo yonaha prachodayat. Please make my intelligence bright. Remove the covering from my intelligence. So the challenge that we have when we get a particular body is that we immediately identify with that body. So Yasyatma Buddhi Kunape Tridhatuke Swadhi. So I was talking about Dhi. Dhi is intelligence. So through my intelligence, Swadhi Kalatradhishu. So through my intelligence, I am saying that all this Kalatra is the spouse. The spouse is mine. The the family is mine. Swadhi Kalatradhishu. Bhaumya Ijyati. The land in which I am born is worshipable. So because I am born in a particular country, that nation becomes very important for me. So Bhaumya Ijyati. Yat tirtha buddhi salile na karechit janeshu abhigneshu sa eva gokhara. So where did we start? First of all, thinking that my body is made up of bile, mucus and air. Yasyatma buddhi kunapetri dhatuke. Then I am thinking that whatever my family is mine. So I and mine. So that is what his ego is all about. Then Swadik Kalatradishu, the land in which I am born is worshipable. So everything is me, I. This is mine. This is so mama. So mameti. So that is that. And then yet tirtha buddhi salilena karechich. So someone is going to the places of pilgrimage and taking bath in the holy rivers, but not associating with the holy people residing there. Janeshu abhigneshu. Yet tirtha buddhi salile na karechit janeshu abhigneshu. So people are going to the holy places of pilgrimage to take bath in the rivers, but not associating with the saintly people there. So all these three things, sa eva gokhara. The Shastra says that unfortunately, if one is in this state of mind, there is no difference between a human being and go is cow and khara is a donkey. So this is it's very very strong in that sense. So therefore durlabham manusham janma. This Prahlad Maharaj says in Bhagavatam, kaumaram acharet prajna. So this whatever activity we are doing now today, in terms of everyone coming together, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, delving into the depths of understanding our real nature, looking into the spiritual aspects. So this is what is called prajna. Prajna is real wisdom. It is. So we have got this knowledge, jnana. We have got jnana, and we also have prajna. What is the difference between knowledge and prajna, wisdom? The difference is knowledge can be based on theory. Theoretically a person can know lots and lots of things. But the real understanding of the knowledge comes when there is a test that happens. Not a theoretical test like how the current educational system is. Everyone is trying to mug up some subject and regurgitate it in the exam, right? And then anyone getting a good grade is considered a very intelligent student. So that is one aspect of knowledge, where we are trying to retain as much of information as possible, right? So that is a function of chitta. So it is mentioned in scriptures. So we can try and understand about the different elements. So Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya is a philosophy where, and the Sankhya Yoga is the second chapter in Bhagavad Gita. And Sankhya comes from the word Sankhya. Sankhya means number. So it is talking about a number. So let us try and understand, because we are trying to understand about ego. What are the things that is related to the ego? So ego is very subtle. Indriyani parani aho indriyabhya param mana yo manasastu paro buddhe yo buddhe paratastu sa. So Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that undoubtedly Arjuna, the senses are very strong. Indriyani parani aho, but stronger than the senses is mind. Indriyabhya param mana. Stronger than the mind is intelligence. And stronger than the intelligence is our false ego, actually. And stronger than the false ego is our original, eternal constitutional position as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So this is the understanding. So in the Sankhya philosophy, it talks about how the ego has actually come into existence. So that is Mahat Tattva. So we have got Purusha Prakriti Sthohi Bhumte Prakriti Jan Gunan Karanan Guna Sangasyat Sad Asat Janma Yonishu. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that so our original constitutional position as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna is what is called Jiva. So, Mame Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manaha Shashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sani Karshati. So, Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that each and every one of us, not only in the human form of life, but in all the different forms of life. So, the Sarva Yonisha Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. So, Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita all the types of living entities, 8,400,000 species of life, that is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad, in the scriptures. Jalaja Navalakhani, Savaram Laksha Vimshati, each and every type of living entities, how many types are there is mentioned in the scriptures, right? So this is, so Krishna mentions that Sarva Yonishu, of all the 8,400,000 species of life that exist, Aham Bija Pradapita. Krishna says that I am the seed-giving father. Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahad Yonir. So the mother is the Prakriti. So Prakriti is the Mama Maya Duratyaya. Prakriti is Krishna's energy. Krishna says that Mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Devi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. So this material nature is very difficult to overcome. Because, why is it very difficult to overcome? Because externally, what we are seeing is only Prakriti. We are not seeing Purusha. Purusha is like the Jiva. Jiva is an Amsha of Purusha. It's a part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in that respect, our original existence is Satchidananda. So Krishna is an embodiment of truth, consciousness and bliss. So existence, truth is existence. So how do we know we are existing at the moment? How do we know we are existing? Because we have consciousness, right? If the consciousness goes from my body, I'm dead. My body has got no meaning, right? Either the body has to be buried or it has to be burnt or whatever one does, cremation or whatever, right? So that is what is us, consciousness. Consciousness is the symptom of my existence. So this is what is Sat. Existence is Sat. And then Chit. Chit is consciousness, the knowledge aspect. And then Ananda. Ananda is the bliss aspect. So we are trying to enjoy through our senses. Why we are trying to enjoy through the senses? Because the bliss is already there within. We don't realize the bliss is already there within. And a very beautiful example is given about the deer. A deer has got it's got a gland, right? Within itself, it's got a gland. Kasturi, yes. So it is called, so Kasturi Kundal Base. So, yes, Murug Donde Banmahi Aise Ghat Ram Hai Khojat Re Kahi. And so this is one of the poets has said this. So the deer has got one particular gland which gives a very fragrance, very wonderful fragrance. It is like very wonderful, So and then the deer is running around the forest searching for where the fragrance is coming from, not knowing that it is within itself, right? The gland is within the deer itself, and this is exactly our situation. Unfortunately, what happens is somehow or other we don't realize that the bliss is already there within. Atma Ramascha Munaya. Atma Rama, that is Atma Rama. Atma Rama means, Atma means within oneself, Arama means the bliss. So our original existence is that the bliss is already there. It is within. Because we are eternal part and parcel of the Lord. But what is happening is when that Mahat Tattva, so when the Mahat Tattva is getting agitated, when Mahat Tattva, when the Sattva, Raja and so there are three gunas. Tribhir gunamayer bhaver, edi sarvamidam jagat, mohitam nabi janati mamebhya paramavayam. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that this whole universe is under the influence of the three modes of material nature. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam, rajasa lobham evacha, pramada moho tamaso bhavato ajnanam evacha. So Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita. So somehow or other we have got a little bit of mode of goodness now, and because of that we are trying to understand our original nature. So after some time, we might go and we might start doing some activity where we are trying to get money so that we can maintain ourselves. So then that goes into the mode of passion, rajasa. And mode of passion sometimes can become lobha, or most of the time it is lobha. Lobha means greed. So why there's a lot of, some people have a lot of insatiable greed, right? That is the existence in this material conditional body. That I think that I am this body. When I think I am this body, then this becomes very important to me, and then the keeping it to the best of ability becomes the most important thing to me. But if I understand that this is an instrument of the Lord, nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi, tasmat tvam yuddhasva yasho labhasva, jitva shatrum bhumte rajyam samruddham, maya vaite vihitan purvam eva nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi. So Krishna mentions to Arjuna that you, Arjuna, you fight and you gain your fame. By fighting, you get your fame. Tasvatvam yuddhasva yasho labhasva, jitva shatrum bhumtva rajyam samruddham. You win over your enemies and you enjoy your kingdom. You get your kingdom. And how can you do all this? Maya vaite nihitam purvam eva. Krishna says that I have already done all these things. You just become my instrument, O Arjuna. So this is the understanding that we should have, that the Lord is actually in control. We are all Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna, and He is an embodiment of truth, eternality, and bliss. So this is. So we were talking about the Sankhya, right? The different. What are the different? So there are mainly 23 elements. So what are those elements? Let's try and understand what are those elements. So there is tanmatras. Tanmatras is the sense of sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, right? So these are the 5 tanmatras we have, and then basing on those tanmatras, there is the Jnanendriyas. Jnanendriyas is the knowledge acquiring senses, right? So we have the eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and then the skin. So there is Jnanendriyas. Then there is Karmendriyas. Karmendriyas is the activities that we do, right? The hand, legs, the tongue is speaking, and the excretory organs, right? So that is Karmendriya. So we have got 15 there. And then we have got the Panchabhutas. The Panchabhutas is Bhumi, Rapa, Anala, Vayu, Kham. So earth, water, fire, air, and the space. So those are the Panchabhutas. And then there is Mana, Buddhi, and Ahankar. That is mind, intelligence, and false ego. So we are talking about what exactly is false ego. First let us try and understand what is ego. Ego is something. So there is. I've been asked by some people, why do you use the term false ego? Why do you put false prefix before ego? And there is a particular reason for that, because there is actually real ego as well. Real ego. The real ego is that Jivera Swarupahaya Krishnera Nityadas. That is a real ego. That I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. That is our eternal existence. And when we understand that we are eternal part and parcel of Krishna, and when we are in that frame of mind, this frame of mind is Ananya Cheta Satatam Yo. Ananya Shintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paripasate. That is very important. The aspect of constantly remembering Krishna. Ananya Cheta. Constantly through the mind, Satatam Yo. Always Mam Smarati. Krishna is saying that someone who remembers me, Nityashan. Again, constantly. Tasyaham Sulabha Partha. Krishna says that for such a person, I am easily available. Why? Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. Because such a person is constantly involved in associating with me. So this is extremely important. If we are not in that frame of mind, what is going to happen is that so Atma Nagvam Rathinam Vidhi, Shariram Ratham Evacha. So Upanishad actually gives the example, an allegorical example of a person riding in a chariot. Now, Upanishad actually gives that example. So Upanishad says that the real us, the eternal us, is like a person in a chariot. So we can take an example of in the current context. If someone is in a country which is new to the person, right? And if we want to go to another place, we might actually call a cab, right? And we will be the passenger in the cab, right? So we are in a new country, we are calling a cab. I want to go to a destination, I'll call a cab. I'll be the passenger. So the passenger is the real person. And then Atmanagam Rathinam Vidhi Shariram Ratham Evacha. So the car is like the body. And then the person who is driving, Buddhim tu Sarathim Vidhi. It is mentioned in the scriptures that the driver is the intelligence. Mana Pragraham Evacha. And the steering wheel is like the mind. So we are taking a modern example. In the Upanishad, the example was given of a chariot. In a chariot, you'll have a rein that connects to the horses. So the Upanishad is giving that the 5 horses are the 5 senses. So that means the car. So we can take the car as the senses. The steering wheel as the mind. The driver as the intelligence. And we who are sat in the car are the passenger. So imagine a situation where you come to a new country, but then you don't know where you want to go. So what will happen in that case? You'll sit in the car, you'll call the taxi, but you'll say that I don't know where to go. So what is going to happen in that case? You wanted to say something?
If you don't know where to go, then why you are going in the taxi?
Excellent. Good point. Thank you for that. Yes. So that is a very good point. So you should not take a taxi at all then. So that means what? If we are so what is a taxi? Taxi in our analogy, it was the body, right? So why do we want to take a body? What is the reason that we are taking the body? Purusha prakriti stohi bhumte prakriti jan guna. Karanam guna sanga sat sadasat janma yunishu. So the reason why we take a body is because there is a thing called chitta. Chitta is a extension of manas. Manas is mind. What is mind doing? Mind is basically controlling the senses. So if the senses are not under the control of the mind, the senses will go in its own direction. Say something nice you want to see, eyes will go in that direction and the mind will also go in that direction. But mind also has got one more function. Mind can bring all the senses into its own. So for example, what happens, say we are going to sleep, and before sleeping we get dreams, right? Before deep sleep, sometimes we get dreams. What is happening in the dream state? Okay.
You might be dreaming about keeping the most, like you might dream flying up to the sky or any kind of dream.
Excellent.
Like when you sleep, you will think at the night that you are like that, and then you might start moving and you might sleepwalking. That you are actually like once you're sleepwalking, like your eyes are closed and you are doing for real.
Very good. Yes. So what is happening in that case is, thank you for that. What's your name? Shaurya. Very good. So what is happening in the dream state is, so in the waking, basically the scriptures are talking about the 3 different states, right? So there is a waking state, there is dream state, and then there is deep sleep, and then there is one more state called Turiya, it is called. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and Turiya, and then there is Turiya Tita, something that transcends even the fourth state. I'll talk about the fourth and fifth later, but let's try and understand. So Jagrat we know, we are all in a waking state now, right? Then before going into the Sushupti, the deep sleep, there is dream, Swapna. What is happening in the Swapna is, the mind itself is creating everything, right? The mind itself becomes everything. So the mind is thinking about us as a person in the dream, and the mind also becomes everything else in the dream, right? So it is the reign of the mind that is happening. So mind is so powerful in that way. What we're talking about is chitta as well. So there is manas and there is chitta. Chitta is the storage of all the memories, all the impressions that we have had since time immemorial, literally. So ei rupe brahmanda pramite. So basically what is happening is, since time immemorial, we have been taking birth after birth after birth after birth, and the chitta is storing all those impressions. It's like an unlimited memory, literally unlimited memory. Nowadays we talk in our information technology age about gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, and different, right? So this is like unlimited. And what is happening is, this chitta has got this unlimited storage. Every moment is getting stored, and basing on what is the most significant thing that is coming at the time of death. So Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that anta kalecha mameva smaran mukva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshaya. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram tam tam ivayati kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. So whatever state one remembers at the time of death, that state one attains in the next birth. So therefore, Krishna actually mentions, man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me mame vaishyasi yuktva eva atmanam mad parayana. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that always think about me, remember me. So this is what is the important faculty of mind. So what is happening is, mind is constantly thinking about, worrying about things, right? This is what is happening. Something bad happens to me, or so then I just take it to my heart, and then I keep brooding about it. So then a person will go into depression. Or one might think about the future, and one might think that, oh, something bad will happen in the future. And then again, one will brood about it and cause. So what is the most important thing? To be in the present. Just being in the present, and when we are being in the present, the mind to be focused on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And so when we are focusing our mind on the transcendental sound vibrations of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, so Nam Namakari, there is Abhinatvat Nama Namino. It is mentioned in the scriptures, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatvat Nama Namina. There is no difference between the name Krishna when we are remembering Krishna and Krishna himself. There is no difference. So in the material world there is difference. If I am thirsty and I just say water, 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 my thirst will not get quenched. I actually have to drink water. Then my thirst will get quenched. So that is matter. Matter means, because I got a material body, I need a material thing to satisfy my material body. But when we are talking about our eternal nature and our eternal relationship with Krishna, that is transcending. And there I come to that point which I mentioned about the three states and the fourth state, right? So we talked about the Jagrat, waking state, Swapna, which is the dream state, and Sushupti. Sushupti is the deep sleep. What is happening in the deep sleep state? We are totally in a position where we don't even realize that we are sleeping. But when we wake up in the morning, we realize that, if we get a very nice deep sleep, we realize that, I got such a nice deep sleep. So this is Sushupti. And what is happening is that even in the Sushupti stage, the breath is taking place, right? What is the difference between a person who is dead and a person who is in a deep sleep state? The difference is that the breath and the heart is beating and the breath is taking place. Except that, if a person is in a deep sleep or if a person is dead, unfortunately, no one will be able to find out unless the body is decomposing and all those things, unfortunately. So this is, and then there is a Turiya state, the fourth state. The fourth state is the state of us understanding Aham Brahmasmi. That is the real ego. We were talking about the real ego. The real ego is the understanding of my eternal nature and my eternal relationship with Krishna. That what is false ego? False ego is me thinking that I am this body. So I am this mind, I am this intelligence. So if we think from the perspective of the external, whatever we are seeing, that is what is called Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. So especially in the Advaitavada, in the Advaita philosophy, this is mentioned quite prominently. But from the Vaishnava perspective, what we know is that even though the universe is temporary, but it is not false. Why it is not false? Because at this moment, we are all interacting with each other. So why are we interacting with each other? How are we interacting with each other? Again, it comes back to the understanding of my eternal nature. So if I did not have the Dehi nosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara, tatha dehantaram prapti, dhiras tatrana muhyati. As Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita, because there is proprietor of the body within the body, there is kaumaram yavanam jara. There is childhood, youth and old age. Tatha dehantaram prapti. So Krishna says that similarly, one has to give up this body. Dhiras tatrana muhyati. A sober person does not get bewildered by these changes. And therefore, when Arjuna says, Shishyasteham sadhi mam tvam prapanna, Arjuna says to Krishna that, oh Krishna, now I am your disciple and I am surrendering onto you. The first thing that Krishna says is, Ashocyan anavashocastvam, prajnavadamscha bhashase, gatasuna gatasumscha nanu shochanti pandita. Oh Arjuna, you are lamenting for something that does not require lamentation. Ashocyan anavashocastam, and you are thinking as if you are a learned person. Prajnavadamscha bhashase, gatasun agatasumscha nanu shochanti pandita. A really wise person does not lament either for the living or for the dead. And so there is a difference between being compassionate and lamenting. Right? It does not mean that one is not being compassionate. There is a difference. Compassion is coming from the understanding Atma upamyena sarvatra. Sukham va yadi va dukham samuni paravo mata. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita, someone who feels the happiness of others as their own happiness and the distress of others as their own distress. Such a person is a very great Muni. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita. So that is compassion. But lamentation is something different. Lamentation is when we are attached to someone. There is a difference between pure love and attachment. What is the difference between pure love and attachment? Attachment means I am loving someone because I want to get something from the person. That is attachment. But love, pure love is something that is purely loving. There is no, I am not expecting anything in return. This is what is, and this is what Prahlad Maharaj actually mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam as well. He says that I don't want to become a businessman. Oh Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj says that. Bhritya eva. So this is the understanding. But initially what happens is when one is in the frame of mind of ahankara, the false ego, when one goes to the Lord, one asks for benefit from the Lord. So chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritina arjuna artho jignasur arthati jnani cha bharatarshava. Krishna says that 4 kinds of pious people come to me. The 4 kinds of pious people are artha, one who is in distress; jignasu, one who is inquisitive; artharthi, one who wants wealth; and jnani, one who is in knowledge. So the person who is in distress and the person who wants wealth, they are going to Krishna from the perspective of ahankara, thinking that I am this body and mind. Because distress happens only in a material condition aspects. Otherwise, there is no distress. That is why the spiritual world is called Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kuntha. Kuntha means anxiety. So the spiritual world means the place where there is no anxiety. Why it is no anxiety? Because I know that I am eternal. I am eternal, part and parcel of Krishna. It is not that I just came into existence when my body came into existence. And it is not that I will go out of existence when my body goes out of existence. I was existing before I took birth, and I will exist after I am dead. So this understanding is extremely important. And if some or other, if we can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and focus our mind on these transcendental sound vibrations of the Lord, and just focusing, the ears hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the tongue chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and the mind focusing on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when that happens, immediately we are in Vaikuntha. So this is Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam Asheshagha Haram Vidu. Sanketya Parihasam Va Sthoba Helana Eva Va Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam Asheshaga Haram Vidu. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the wonderful nature of the holy names of the Lord. And this is the wonderful blessing that the devotees, when they are going out and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on the streets, such a wonderful, auspicious, wonderful, this is like distributing Golokera Prema Dhana Harinama Sankirtana, directly bringing the Goloka Dhama into the streets when one is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And what is happening is, someone might just make a joke, hey, here goes Hare Krishna. Just by saying, even if they are joking, they are getting Agyata Sukriti, it is called. Unknowingly, they are getting pious credits. So this is the wonderful costless mercy that Srila Prabhupada has given us when he traveled at the age of 70 to America, and when he chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the Tompkins Square in New York. So this is the transcendental costless mercy of Srila Prabhupada, that somehow or other this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is getting Prithvi te achiyate nagaradigram sarvatra prachar hoite mera naam. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is what is happening, and this is what is helping the journey of ego to go back to its original constitutional position as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So the journey of ego ends when one can constantly remember Krishna. The journey of ego ends in the material world. One becomes, one actually is in that transcendental state when one can focus fully the mind on the holy names of Krishna. And when one is focusing on the holy names of Krishna, automatically everything related to Krishna will become Swayameva Spurati Atha. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai sevon mukhe jivhado Swayameva Spurati Atha. It is mentioned in the scriptures that everything related to Krishna, his name, his form, his pastimes, his entourage, Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai, cannot be understood by blunt material senses. So my blunt ears cannot hear the original Hare Krishna Mahamantra. My blunt eyes cannot see the transcendental form of the Panchatattva here. But how does it? How do I actually see Seva Unmukha? So when I am really proactively trying to serve Krishna by chanting his names, remembering him, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnum, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Now the 9 kinds of devotional service, starting with hearing about the Lord. Shrunvatam Swagatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana. Hridiyantasto hi abhadrani vidunuti. So what is happening is when we are hearing about Krishna, what Krishna has spoken in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Hridayantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti. So what is happening is currently the intelligence, the mind, the ego, everything has unfortunately got contaminated. So that contamination is slowly starts getting removed. And when the contamination is removed, I actually know that I am always in relationship with Krishna. There is never a point when I am not in relationship with Krishna. So with this prayer that somehow or other we can always chant the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With this prayer that we can always concentrate our minds, our tongue, our ears, all our senses in the holy names of Krishna, and then we will bring the journey of this ego in this material world to an end, and then whatever place we are becomes a spiritual place, because we are constantly in relationship with Krishna. Narayana parasarve na kutaschana vidyati swarga apavarga narkeshu apitulyartha darshina. So when someone is totally surrendered onto Narayana, one is not afraid of anything then. Na kutaschana vidyati. Then one might be in heaven, one might be in earthly planet, one might be in hell. Everything is the same because the mind is fixed on Krishna. So with this, thank you very much for patiently listening. If there's any comments or questions, we can discuss. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions?
I just want just kind of technical question. I mean, it was a lovely class. Thank you. That was really very, very nice. You were mentioning about the 8,400,000 species of life. And I've always wondered, the species of birds, the species of animals, of humans, and where does the kind of germs and all that, what species of life does that fit into? Because we hear, when all this doctors and you tell us about all these things that are there, and when you get a microscope, they're all there. I just never heard where they fit into it. You talk about animals, birds, and all that.
Yeah, no, I think there is Krimeyo Rudra Sankhya. Krimi is those worms, yeah. Rudra Sankhya. Rudra is 1.1 million. It is mentioned there, yeah. Jalaja Navalakshani Stavaram Laksharam Shati. Krimeyo Rudra Sankhya. Pashinam Dasha Lakshana. Pakshinam. Insects, yeah. Krimi it is called, yeah. Rudra is 1.1 million, yeah. Pakshinam Dasha Lakshana. Yeah. Yeah, it is mentioned. It is mentioned in that verse actually.
Because I know they talk about the Indigopa germ and everything.
Yes.
So it's definitely there.
Absolutely, yes. It's 1.1 million, I think, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Rudra Sankhya. Yeah. It's quite amazing. The amount of living entities that exist is just quite mind-boggling.
And I'm doing a bit of gardening at the moment, and just want to take up the sod. There's all these little worms. I don't know how they're existing in there. There's an incredible amount of life, and that's not even with a microscope.
Exactly. Yeah.
From applied, and then what will be after that if we are not getting to that goal or getting rid of from this birth and this cycle? We have some idea that okay, whatever you will remember at the end of your life, you will get that unit, and then is there any sequence or differentiation? How much good works you have done, and then you get the doing again, or is there any description in Shastra about it?
It is actually quite complex. This whole transmigration. It's a very complex situation. that the living entities are in. So there is no generally what is said is if one goes into the most like for example the sthavara is the plants and all, so that is so one is kind of progressing from the plant to animal, to the human form, and then if one is doing uh, pious activities in human form, one gets promoted to the heavenly planets. So that is generally what is said. And then kshine punye punyam martya lokam vishanti. It is said that once all those pious credits gets over, one comes back to the earthly planet. And then Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Prashta Sanjayate. Someone who has practiced spiritual life very seriously, and somehow or other they fall down. They are born in a very pious family or in a very rich family in the next life. So that is mentioned by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So then, because of their situation in a very pious family, the rich family, we don't know really what can happen there. It can go either way in the rich family, depending on which rich family one gets born in. But pious family, of course, I think when one is born in those places, one can start from the place where one fell down, and then continue. And this is a wonderful nature of this journey, the spiritual journey. It is really, once we start the journey, the only thing that is going to happen is it will end. So it might be millions or billions or trillions or gazillions or whatever it is, but there is a guarantee that one will go, one will reach the end. That is the costless mercy of the Lord. It is just amazing, that mercy. So that way, I think it is really wonderful that somehow or other, because of that costless mercy, we have this small interest in us to know more about Krishna. It's just amazing. It's very rare, Manushyanam sahasreshu kashidetati siddhet yatatam api siddhanam kashin ma veti tatvata. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there is billions of people in this world. Very few strive to achieve perfection, and even among the people who strive to achieve perfection, very few know me as I am. So it is really very rare that we have this interest in Krishna consciousness. It is just amazing. This costless mercy of the Lord, literally, and His devotees. So,
I just make this one point that I think it's in the third canto. It's about the soul. If you interrupt the life cycle of a soul, they're actually just gradually going, all the way up, through all the different species until they get to the human form again, and then there's a chance. So isn't it that there is a whole kind of series of which the soul goes through.
yes, yeah.
Through all those 8,400
Yeah.
species.
Yes, yes.
Until it gets to the human form of it. But it's hard to know how far you fall down.
Yes, that's right. It's very, it's quite complex. I think this whole.
Go back to the start again.
It's really amazing. Yeah. Yes, sir.
For those who end up in the wealthy family, they use their wealth to promote them towards Krishna consciousness.
Yes,
They
yes.
have the wealth, they have the ability.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes.
They move forward rather than backward.
Yes, yes. Yeah, what I was kind of thinking was, there might be some wealthy family who are not into spirituality, And then, but of course, Krishna will not do that. If someone is a yoga prashta, they will go in a wealthy family where the wealthy people are pious. Yes, so you're right, Prabhu. Yes. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So, Prabhu, Krishna, my question is about false ego. So, is false ego given by God for testing us, or is it something when we get a body, the false ego comes in, that we identify us as some separate identity, and we say that okay, we are something on our own, like ahankar comes in. So, how does that work? Is it provided by God for testing us?
So Anadi Bahirmukha Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gaya. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita that so basically what is happening here is that we have our real ego. As I said, the real ego is Aham Brahmasmi. I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So that is the real ego. So somehow or other, when the living entity is coming into the material realm and identifying with the matter, then that is the beginning of conditioned existence in this material world. So it is basically Anadi Bahirmukha Jeev. So it is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Since time immemorial, the living entity has been looking away from Krishna. Bahirmukha. There is Antarmukha. Antarmukha is looking towards the Lord, looking within ourselves. That is Antarmukha. Bahirmukha is not trying to understand my eternal nature, not understanding Krishna. So somehow or other, unfortunately, the living entity has been, since time immemorial, Bahirmukha, not facing towards Krishna. So because of that, immediately there is either this is a wonderful thing. There can be either Krishna consciousness or Maya consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is when Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar, Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. So that is mentioned in the scriptures. So Krishna is like sunlight. When there is sunlight, there can be no darkness. Even one ray of sun coming will remove all darkness. You don't even need light then. If it is a nicely ventilated place with windows and all, right? So this is a wonderful. So this is what. So when there is pure Krishna consciousness within, then there is no false ego. In that space, there is no false ego. So false ego is coming because of forgetting Krishna. So that is what, and false ego is actually, that is what is Maya. Maya, Ma means not, and Ya means this, not this. That is what is Maya. And so this false ego is coming because when we identify ourselves with the material body. Why we identify with the material body? Because we forget Krishna. When we remember Krishna, we will identify with the material body, but we will know that this is an instrument of Krishna. So then I will not be doing activities saying that, oh, I am great, I can do this, I can do that. That is ahankara. Ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. Ya pashyati tathatmanam akartaram sapashyati. So it is mentioned by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Actually, everything is being done by the modes of material nature, right? So now we are in mode of goodness, so we have got this inclination to hear about Krishna. After some time, if you are doing something else, we'll be in mode of passion or mode of ignorance. So every moment the mode is acting on me. So actually, ya pashyati tathatmanam akartaram sa pashyati. So actually, our original nature is just a witness, and it's just witnessing Krishna and loving Krishna. It is not doing anything else.
Okay. So, does the soul have false ego?
Soul is independent. So
since time immemorial, we won't be having any body, right? We must be at the soul level. So, until we got the body, how can we say that like we had false ego at that time and develop that and then we go this way? Yeah.
So that is what is called Anadi Bahirmukha Jeev. Anadi, since time immemorial. We do not know the beginning. Adi is, the beginning. Anadi means you don't know when it began. So that is what is mentioned in the scriptures, right? So
what does that mean?
So that means that the reason why we are in the conditioned state of existence is somehow or other we have forgotten Krishna. So when we remember Krishna, then immediately we will be in a transcendental state. And that remembrance has to be in terms of surrender onto Krishna. That's why Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami vashita. So when we are surrendering onto Krishna, that's why Krishna says, Mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. And someone surrendering onto me, because Krishna is Mayeshwara, he is the Lord of Maya. So when we surrender onto the Lord of Maya, Maya will not have any influence on us. Then we will not be under the influence of false ego. And so that is the. You're still thinking that?
No, like I am thinking about. I think it desire. Like, does desire comes with false ego?
Yes, yeah. So there are, the desire related to the body comes from the false ego. Ichha, dvesha, samudaya.
No, I'm not talking about body. I'm talking about soul level. The desires that come over there.
No, so the desires at the soul level would be purely in terms of service for Krishna. So that is a very high level topic like Ragatmika and Raganuga. So it talks about those. So that is where like the residents of Vrindavana. So the residents of Vrindavana are on that level. So their only desire is to serve Krishna. They don't have any other desire. Anya bilashita shunyam. That is what Srila Rupa Goswami mentions. Anya bilashita shunyam jnana karmadya navritam anukulyana krishnanushilanam bhakti uttama. So when there is no other desire except to serve Krishna, then that is what is pure desire. That is what is our original real ego. The real ego is, there is nothing else in real ego other than serving Krishna. There is no other desire. But when there is false ego, immediately the body becomes very prominent.
But this material creation was created just because of desire, right? At the soul level.
It is ekoham bahushyam. Yeah. So basically, there is Vishnur Mahansa iha yasya kala vishesho yasya eka nishvasita kala mathavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanatha Vishnur Mahansa iha yasya kala vishesho. So when Mahavishnu is breathing, he is exhaling, all the universes are coming out. And when he is inhaling, everything is going in.
No,
It's quite
right.
amazing.
What I'm saying is like at soul level, we must have some, like you said, with false ego desire comes. Else you have the inclination of service towards Lord, right? So at that point we must have got some body. Due to get we got false ego. When we got the false ego, we got a desire, and based on that desire, this material creation comes into existence. Then that's why he created this, right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to clarify is like at soul level, how this false ego like can come like.
No, it cannot exist. The false ego cannot exist in the when one is self-realized, there is no false ego.
So it means like from time immemorial we were in some body.
Yes, anadi bahirmukha jeev, Krishna bhuli gela.
So we were never at soul level at any time. From the time immemorial.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, anadi bahirmukha jeev, Krishna bhuli gela.
Okay. So from eternal time, we were in a body.
Yes, that is what is anadi bahirmukha. Yes.
Okay. This is new thing I learned today.
Yes.
Thank you.
And but one of the things here is this is a very high topic actually. There are different views among the acharyas themselves, right? So it's quite a high topic. But yeah, this is one of the perspectives, right? This is one of the perspectives.
Prabhu, I think he is misunderstanding. So he is misunderstanding. So Ajo Nityam Shashvatoyam Puranana Hanyate Hanyamani 220 Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Ajo Nityam Ajanma.
Yes.
So that means that we were always in the soul form.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So now again confusion Prabhu. We
But
were always soul.
no, that's right. That's right. But like false ego, right? So false ego.
So his question is, how did we come to this material world?
Yes, and that is what I'm trying to tell him. Anadi bahirmukha jeev, Krishna bhuli gela.
Yeah.
Anadi. There is no beginning, and I think one of the things about this understanding is that when we actually come to the point of understanding that that we are eternal, then we'll realize that we were never separate from Krishna. Separation is an illusion. So, but that is a very it's quite a high topic, in terms of understanding this.
So Prabhu, I just want to clarify the distinction between false ego and desire. So like you said, desire comes from false ego, right?
Uh,
So, but we were at some point we were at soul, right? So how did false ego comes over there?
so basically,
Have we got the
again it is anadi. It has there is no, we cannot trace the beginning of this. There is another perspective. Some acharyas talk about the fall down as well. And that is what I said. This is a very high topic, in terms of understanding. So some acharyas, like for example the Jaya Vijaya, Jaya and Vijaya, the doorkeepers, they were cursed by the four Kumaras, Sanak, Sanatana, Sanananda, and Sanatan. They were cursed, and then they had to take birth as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Shishupal and Dantavakra. So that is one aspect, where the fall down happens because of doing something that was not right. But then there is another aspect, Anadi Bahirmukhaji. So acharyas have different views here, right? So it's a very high level topic that we are discussing here. But it's good that we are discussing. I think it's good to discuss topics. Then it becomes more clear.
Okay, I think anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
Soul passes from one body to another, coverage of false ego, mind, intelligence, born with a soul. So that's why some children, when they born in separate one family, their parents may not be musician or any kind of qualities will not be there, but a child will have a lot of qualities to go in.
Yes, that is chitta.
No, but
Which bring by the
Yes,
soul.
that is called chitta.
So yeah.
It's called chitta.
no.
So manas and chitta, So you got buddhi, ahankar, manas and chitta.
But
Right,
that,
those are the
that
four names.
consciousness and all that qualities were developed when he comes to material creation, right? And by the time he accumulated that, and in the next life he is doing that. But it doesn't came from you were from the spiritual abode, right? It comes, it developed in the material.
Soul always having two coverage. One is second body, one is gross body.
Yes.
Gross body is made up of air, water, fire, space, matter. That is the Panchadhara. And inner coverage of soul is the mind, intelligence, false ego.
Yes.
So whenever soul passes from one body to another body, always this coverage will be there. And those who are devoted to Lord, the more connected to Lord, accordingly we will be there again, back to God. That's it.
Yes.
So Mataji said with soul, false ego is always there.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not direct. It is not directly related to the soul. False ego is not. It is a covering. What is your name, Prabhu? What's your name? Huh?
Akash.
Akash. So it's a covering. Just like say if I put a blue glass, if I put a blue glass and look outside, everything will look blue to me. If I take a red glass and look outside, everything look red to me. But actually, it is not blue. It is not red. It is like the bright light, right? So this is what is happening. The soul by itself it's like that bright light. But when this covering is coming of ahankara, then we are thinking that I am this body, I am this. That is where this whole thing is coming.
Let's not go more deep into it.
Yes.
It's someone has questions.
Just one point on it as well, that the Lord Brahma, in one sense, he created the false ego. He created all those different areas. So in one sense, you've got a choice in there as well, whether you want to go into that area or not. You've got to decide. You're a tiny living entity, and you're marginal. That's your nature. So you have a tendency in that nature to actually become illusion. To make that choice.
Yes.
As Prabhu said, turn your back on Krishna. That's
Yes.
part of it. That's part of it. When
Yes.
it happens, that doesn't really matter. The fact that you're here is the point.
Yes, exactly. So that's why Krishna's another name is Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never falls down.
Yeah.
So the living entities have this tendency that they can fall down because they are very minute. Anu, Krishna is Vibhu, greater than the greatest. We are Anu, smaller than the smallest, you know. So therefore, there is this tendency to fall down. And that's why there is Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa, and Karana Patva. There is this tendency to commit mistakes, tendency to be in illusion, cheating propensity, and the senses are imperfect. So all these are the frailties that we have as living entities, you know. So, but when we are hearing directly from Krishna, and when we are surrendering onto Krishna, then we know that we are talking directly. So that's why it's really important to say as it is. You know, that's why Srila Prabhupada talks about as it is, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Because if I try to bring in my own interpretation, then what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to make the purity of that, of what Krishna has said, into something that I want to interpret in my own way. That is not. That's why when Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna is saying that you remember me, you surrender unto me, you offer obeisances to me, you say prayers to me. But if someone is in an impersonal tradition, they will say that you don't need to surrender to Krishna, you have to surrender to the person inside Krishna. That is where the interpretation comes in. And that is the difference between the impersonal philosophy and the Vaishnava philosophy, where we are very clearly putting Krishna in the center. That is a very important aspect. Anything else from anyone? I think, sorry, what was your name, Prabhu? Akash, yeah. There's a lot of questioning. Anything else from anyone? I think we have gone quite a bit over time as well, but it's good to discuss. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Sorry. Big one. ये ठीक है. मनु प्रभु का उनको वो रेडी वर्षिप करना है. अच्छा नहीं रिक्वेस्ट करना मैंने उनको इशारों में पूछा उन्होंने बोला एक सेकंड गोविंद हरे Whose is that? I bought that. You bought that? Ah, nice. Looks good. I bought that from John. Yeah. Skits. Jaya
Vishnu Krishna Vishnu Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami
प्रभुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामचार श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन मथुरा द्वारका धाम की नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई की देवी तुलसी महारानी की पतित पावन हरनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रीमद् भागवतम श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की बृहद मृदंगा की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद all glories to somebody devotees all glories to somebody devotees all glories to somebody devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
भक्ति शिरोमणि भक्तराज श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की हरि हरि माइक पे चलो अभी चालू हुई
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Krishna, Krishna.
कृष्णा कृष्णा
Hare Hare.
हरे हरे
Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we've got a few announcements. I just wanted to find out, we had a sponsor this week for the feast, isn't it? I'm not sure we sponsored it, but I know it was sponsored, but I want to thank the person who sponsored the feast today. Pardon? Raman Mataji. Okay. Okay. See, Krishna wanted you to be known. Sponsored it. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So the first announcement is next Sunday we're going to have a fundraising launch. It's for a new project for it's called the Govinda's Eco Community Project, and at that fundraising lunch there's only 40 places available and there's more than half sold.
15 remaining at the moment.
15 is it? 15 places left, and basically at the lunch there will be a lunch, and there is 50 euros is the cost for the lunch because it's a fundraising lunch, you know, and also at the lunch there will be a little bit of explanation about the project itself, because we're seeking a piece of land half an hour from Dublin. It's 28 acres of land. We're hoping that we will be able to set up a small goshala and doing some growing. And there is a big footprint of a building there. In other words, we're getting it because there's a possibility of building a temple there. You know, it's a large piece of land basically. It's very difficult to get these pieces of land whereby you can have room for a temple. So we've been pursuing it since December. We've had a lot of resistance because the persons who are selling it are trying to ask for a lot of money. We're trying to, you know, really knock them down in price. And we also have a lot of professional work in the meantime. We've got architects who are working on whether they think, is everybody following me?
Yeah.
They're working on whether they think we will get a very nice place as well for a community centre, you know. So there's a lot of discussion being going on. We've met 2 government ministers, and we've been trying to get, they're actually very favourable towards us actually, which is amazing. The government really wants this to happen, but there's another layer of bureaucracy in the meantime, and that's the planners. So we're at the moment we're working away with the vendors. The vendors are looking for £1 million for this place, you know, and because it's so near to Dublin, it's near a lot of housing, but it's land on its own, and it's very rare to get that actually so near Dublin. So that's why we're pursuing it basically. But anyway, at the fundraising launch, there will be our architect will be there, and we'll be all there to answer any questions that you want to ask, because people want to know different aspects of it. But we have the professionals there basically to explain why it is we're looking for this place, what this place is about, what will the difficulties be, you know, like it's £1 million just for the land, so you can imagine what it's going to take to actually build our temple. But we have to say it's a community centre, not a temple. We're told to say that. But that will take you know, a whole bunch of us like really kind of focusing on it. That's why we want to focus on it, because it's not going to happen either overnight, but it's not going to happen just because 1 or 2 people want it. It has to be everybody. We all have to want this to happen, you know, because Krishna is listening. He's listening to everybody's heart. Do you want this to happen? And if we're not determined enough, it won't actually happen. But it's something which it seems that this is destined to happen, but it requires everybody's determination for that to happen as well. So that fundraising launch it's online, isn't it?
It is on the Find It on Temple WhatsApp group, Temple Facebook, Temple. There's a meetup group, on Temple Instagram as well.
Yeah. So you can just sign up for it there, and at some point all the places will be gone. And then we've got a sort of we have some little presents as well for people as well. We've got few little presents.
They leave actually with more than 50 euro. They're giving a donation of 50 euro. They'll get a 1 hour voucher from Sound Off from Swaha Mataji.
Wow.
They'll get a goodie bag. There's going to be a raffle for a big hamper with loads of gifts in there. So yeah, there's more than 50 euro worth of things to take away.
So you can't lose. But anyway, but you want to get in there quickly because those tickets will be gone soon. Jai, thank you. So just before, I just wanted to ask about your just to say again, when are the times of the morning program and the Bible time class you do?
5:30 to 7:30.
5:30 to 7:30 every day. So this is a way in which we can keep in touch with the whole spiritual dimension and keep ourselves kind of connected on a daily basis. The morning program is there 5:30 to 7:30 every day. So I wanted people to know about that so that they can tune into it. And finally, we have a few that Krishna has incarnated. It's on the altar we know, but he's incarnated in this book here. So the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the first canto, part 1. There's 12 cantos. This is Krishna actually appearing at this time. And this wonderful Prabhu here gives a talk every Monday at 7:30, isn't it? 7:15. Every Monday he talks on the Bhagavatam. And we're going to have another talk on Wednesdays. It's going to be kind of a Zoom as well. So anyone who wants to partake in that, it'll be on probably 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. But we're going to start from the start and just discuss, different topics from it. And anyone who wants to can actually join in for that as well. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And just finally, if you want to study this, please take one of these books. People usually give a donation, 10 euros, something like that. We have a card machine or whatever if you want to. But take this book because it's the beginning. Bhagavad Gita is the beginning in one sense of the spiritual life, but this is the next stage. But Prabhupada wanted us to study them both simultaneously. So please take this book if you can and start to study it. We're going to go through it verse by verse, and discuss all the different meanings from that. So that's just another addition. So please come and get this book. Any other announcements?
There's a Tuesday book club. We are reading Science of Self-Realization at the moment.
So this is every Tuesday from 6 to 7. It's just all ways in which we can actually connect with the sound vibration, with Krishna coming in the sound.
It's online on Zoom as well.
And it's online on Zoom Tuesday from 6 to 7. So please, tune into that. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everybody. So what's next? Downstairs. Someone wants to say Sarar. Go ahead. So this is just a prayer just before we take prasadam. We're going to go downstairs next to take some prasadam. So thank you very much for coming today, folks. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Brahmane Vaishnavi.
Brahmane Vaishnavi.
Vishwasane Vajrayate. Vishwasane Vajrayate. Hariya Vidyaja. Hariya Vidyaja. Hariya Sahita. Hariya Sahita. Jive maine ke sagare. Jive maine ke sagare. Aar madhe jivate.
the Ukrainian devotees who's cooked the Sunday
Yeah,
feast
ISKCON.
today?
Haribo!
Kirtan?
Yeah, post after
Kirtan
the
now?
after the
After
prasada.
I am ending from my phone.
हरे कृष्णा बस बढ़िया आपकी
मजा आ गया वृंदावन में होली के लिए
बंद मत कीजिएगा, हारमोनियम दीजिए मुझे। अच्छा प्रैक्टिस है।